Hi, my name's David, and you can find me on a parenting and relationship site. It's called Parent Nook Forums, or you can find me somewhere else. This is our first in our series of videos that we're going to be doing on parenting and relationship issues. Today we're going to talk about, are you keeping your vows? Okay, so you've been married quite a number of years, months, whatever you decide, and you're confident you're keeping your vows. Are you? You probably aren't. Does that mean you're going to get a divorce? No. But it does mean you need to honestly look at yourself and your relationship and ensure that you are fulfilling what you said that day in front of a courtroom, a chapel, a church, a priest, a minister, a rabbi, whichever, and make sure you're keeping your vows. But remember, you promised all those things to that individual on that day, and those were your vows that you promised that you would keep to that person forever and always. Okay, so we're going to talk about those, and we're going to separate them little by little, and we're going to go. Let's start first with sickness and in health. Okay, all right. Are you truly staying together through sickness and in health? I'm not talking about the simple thing when somebody has a cold. All right, we all have to deal with that. Our partner has a cold, and we have to wait on them hand and foot, and that's fine. We don't mind. But what about when things get really bad? What if the person comes down with a chronic illness? What if your partner, for whatever reason, has taken this illness and, let's just say, ran with it? Okay, what do you do? Well, remember, you said in sickness and in health. So if you, in any way, shape, or form, are either manipulating an illness, or if you are frustrated with the fact that you're caring for your partner, then you're not keeping that vow. Through sickness and in health. That means we promised our friends, our God, ourselves, each other, that we would be there for our partner through sickness and in health. Meaning our sickness and our health, and their sickness and their health. Are they sick? Do they need to be cared for? Are you willing to do that? Are you doing it out of frustration? Are you angry because your partner can't do the things he or she used to be able to do, and you have to do them for them? Well, then you're not keeping your vows. It's that simple. Okay? We go up there and we say a lot of words, but do we really mean them? Keep that in mind. You swore to yourself, to all those present, to your God, whichever that happens to be, and to each other, that you would be there for that person through sickness and in health, through your sickness and your health. If you're sick and you can't handle everything, you can't handle just being around that person, then you're not keeping your end of the vow. It's not just about the person that's helping the person who's sick. It's about the sick person as well. Are you magnifying your illness? Are you using it as a crutch to vent frustrations over something else? Then you're not keeping your vows. Remember, you promised to be there through sickness and in health. So you take a look at yourself, take a look at your partner, and make sure that you are keeping your end of the bargain, what you promised in front of everyone and to that person, that you would be there through sickness and in health. If you're sick, you still need to be there for your partner as much as you can. And if all that is about a kind word, a loving gesture, a hug, a kiss, a smile, whatever it takes, a caress, anything that you can muster to show this person you care, no matter how sick you are, then you can do that. If you're the caretaker and this person cannot do much, you can't resent that you're doing this. You may be frustrated, you have to do something, you may be tired, but you can't resent your partner because they're sick, because you swore to everyone and that person and your God that you would be there for that person. If that person's sick, if that person cannot perform simple tasks anymore, then you need to do that for him or her, because you love him or her and because you made a vow. Okay, next let's talk about for richer or for poorer. That one trips up more couples than anything else. Because if you look, you'll see one of the main causes of most divorces is money. Yet, you sat there at your chapel, your church, your synagogue, your mosque, whatever it happens to be, the courtroom, whatever you did, and you said you made a vow that through richer or poorer, you would be there. And how many couples who hit the lottery or just get suddenly become wealthy end up divorced because there's squabbles over money. He's spending too much. She's spending too much. He's she's buying this. He's buying that. He's not buying this. He won't let me buy this. She won't let me buy this. Why are you doing that? You promised. Again, this is a vow you made. A vow is a promise. It's a promise you made on that sacred day, your wedding day, that you would do for this person. And you said it to everyone present. You said it to your God, if you have one. But you made this vow for richer or poor. And what about poor? Let's talk about poor. Because we're poor, because you're poor, you can't love your partner. If you suddenly find yourself downridden, or if you've always been that and you've always had money woes, you need to work together as a team. And this is true of all the vows, including the previous one we just mentioned. Okay? For richer or poor, and poor counts as well as richer. They're the same. Don't squabble over money. Work together as a team. You love one another. Remember that day. Remember the day you promised your partner, yourself, the clergy person who was there, or the judge, or whoever was present that presided over your wedding, and you promised and made a vow that you would be there for your partner, for richer or poorer. So if you can't afford anything but top ramen for dinner, then that shouldn't interfere with your relationship. You make the best of it, whatever you do. Money's a struggle, yes, and the world evolves around money, and we have to buy things, and we have to buy food, and we have to buy gas for our car, and the children need clothes, and we need clothes. But you know what? Don't let it ruin your relationship. Your relationship isn't going to get any better if you separate. The money problems aren't going to go away. They're still going to be there. But you know what? If you do what you promised to do on that sacred day, your wedding day, you can work together, resolve your money issues, come up with a plan between the two of you that works for everyone, and everyone can be happy. Don't let money become your guide for happiness. It's not. It never will be. If there's too much, you won't be happy. If there's not enough, you won't be happy. Can you be happy with little money? Yes. Can you be happy with a lot of money? Yes. The trick is not making money the relationship. The relationship is you. It's you. It's your partner. It's your relationship with each other. It's your relationship with your God, if you have one. That's where your relationship is. It has nothing to do with money. If you're letting money interfere with your relationship, then you're not keeping your vows. Okay, this one is going to trip you up a bit, and you probably think it's the simplest. Forsaking all others. I know. That means, we don't seek sex or love or affection or outside of our marriage. There's more to it than just that. That's the easy part. That means we don't go and find a new boyfriend, a new girlfriend, or a new lover, or anything else. We don't run to exes. We don't find new love interests. That's the easy part. Do you know what forsaking all others actually means? It means exactly that. Forsaking all others. Your partner is your world. It's that simple. Oh, yeah, you're going to say, what about my children? Yes, your children will always children have needs. They need to be, when they're young, they need to be fed. When they're getting a little older, they need to have clothes and whatnot. And as they get older, they need less. Your partner is always going to be there for you, and your partner is the reason you have children. I am not saying that if your partner wants a new car, that you shouldn't buy clothes for your kids. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is your partner comes first. It may sound selfish, it may sound wrong to you, especially since I belong to a parenting and relationship forum, but it's the truth. If you're putting your partner first, your kids will come first as well. It's that simple. Forsaking all others means exactly that. That means forsaking all others. Your friends. Your friends don't come first. Your partner comes first. Your parents don't come first. Your partner comes first. Okay? When we leave our parents and move on our own, we're taking the next step. And we're letting our parents enjoy their later years on their own, enjoying their thing. Okay? And them with their partner. Forsaking all others means exactly that. Forsaking all others. Forsaking your job. Your job is not more important than your relationship. It may pay your bills, but you know what? There are other jobs if this is interfering with your relationship. Don't let your family, your friends, your job, substances, or anything get in the way, because you made a vow, you made a promise to yourself, to your partner, to the people that attended your wedding, to the clergy person who was there at your wedding, and to your God if you have one, that you would forsake all others. And that means exactly that. If you are putting anything or anyone in front of your partner, then you have broken your vows. It sounds crude, it sounds rude. You think, oh my God, I'm going to have to put my children first. Your children need you, yes. And when they're young, they need you for just about everything. But you are not doing that by putting your partner first. You're just saying forsaking all others. That doesn't mean you let your children starve in place of your partner. You use common sense, but your partner is still your world. You made a vow to spend the rest of your life with that person, with or without children. Chances are when you married, you didn't have children yet. Or if you did, they already had children. But you were marrying that person. You weren't marrying the children. The children will eventually grow up and move away. And you will only have your partner if you're putting your children first. And again, I'm not saying don't take care of their needs or whatnot. If you're putting your children first, when they leave, what do you have? You won't have anything, and you'll be spending your golden years alone because you won't know what to do, or lonely or unhappy or whatever. Your partner comes first. Forsaking all others means exactly that. Forsaking all others. Do not let any person, place, or thing get in the way of your relationship with your partner, because that person is your world. That's the person you made a vow to keep by your side always, through sickness and in health, richer or poor. Forsaking all others. Remember that. I know it's hard to grasp hold of, but that's exactly what it means. Do not put others, do not put places, do not put jobs, people, substances, money, or anything else. Forsaking all others. You made a vow. If you meant it, then you need to keep it. If you didn't mean it, then you shouldn't have married in the first place. Last and certainly not least is to love, honor, and cherish. And I put those all together because they really belong together. Okay? Love, honor, and cherish means exactly that. You need to love, honor, and cherish your partner. And if you're constantly telling your partner what they're doing wrong, if you're turning a cold shoulder to your partner, if you're giving them unpleasant tones, if you're just overall showing them discontent, you're not keeping your vow to love, honor, and cherish. Okay? You love your partner. If you still love your partner, which you should, then you should be able to manage to overcome whatever obstacle gets in your way. If your partner has some annoying habit, then talk to him or her about that annoying habit and get past it. Move forward and create a solution to that problem. Okay? In order to honor, you need to honor them. That means, you know what? What if your partner likes baseball and you don't? You need to honor the fact that your partner likes baseball. And you know what? Let him or her sit down and watch a game. Sit with them. You know what? Baseball game lasts a few hours. You can handle that. You can cuddle up. Maybe catch a little lovey-dovey in there. Okay? Honor them, their wishes, their desires, their wants, as they should honor yours. Cherish. You know how to cherish somebody? Cherish every moment you have with your partner, because you never know if it's going to be your last. The worst thing that could happen is for your last words or your last action with your partner to be something negative, and have them take that to the grave. Do you really want that? Chances are you don't. Love, honor, and cherish. And of course, you know how to love. And love isn't just sex. Sex is a big part of it. Yes, it is. And it should continue no matter how old you are. Unless there's a physical problem that's getting in the way, then that should continue. But there are lots of ways to show you love. If you're not showing your partner on a daily basis you love them, then you're not keeping your vows. Remember, love is the reason you're together. It's the reason you have children. It's the reason for everything. Your partner needs to know that. You know what? Look at yourself. Don't you like to hear nice things? Don't you like to hear your partner say, I love you? Don't you like to hear your partner say they find you attractive? Don't you like your partner to maybe make sexual innuendos to you? Do you like your partner to surprise you with a small token gift or anything? Just think of the countless things you can do for your partner. Make them cherish you. Remember when you were dating. When you were dating, it was a constant effort to show the person you cared. Continue to do that. It shouldn't stop just because you're married and you've been married for several years. It doesn't matter. Your partner needs to know you love them. And if you're not letting them know that, then they may start having second thoughts that you do. And do you want that? Of course not. Remember, your vows are to love, honor, and cherish. So make sure you honor their wishes as much as you can. Obviously, they want you to try and fly off the roof. You're not going to be able to do that. Remember, love, honor, and cherish your partner. It's a vow you made. It's a vow you must keep, as you must keep all the other vows. Okay?